Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Today I want us to have a brief session on business plan writing because we have started looking at this topic. And today I want us to basically look at how do you write the entry plan and how you plan to expand your business or how to grow your business. So I want us to focus on the entry strategy together with the growth strategy of your business. So I want us to take a very short time so that we can be able to reflect on our business or the business that we want to start. I can see some of you have sent me their desire to start various businesses. I can see there are those who have said they want to start a beauty business, a beauty salon. There is one who has already indicated that they want to do a cosmetic shop, and there is also some others who are in other different areas. There are those who are in cleaning section, and there are those who are doing logistic businesses. And now I'm looking at, do you have that entry strategy? How do you plan to enter into the business? And how do you plan to grow your business into a profitable enterprise? Now, what does this mean? It means how your business plans to penetrate and gain acceptance in the market. I'm looking at a situation like you say you are now starting, you are a new person in the market, nobody knows that you have a salon, nobody knows that you have this logistic business. How will people get to know you so that they can be able to start dealing with you or start giving you business? You need to consider the competitive advantage that you have amongst your competitors. So, in other words, as we said, when you want to start your business, you have to do a research. You have to do what we call a business survey. So, once you do your business survey, it will be able to show you who are in the same market where you are, so that you can be able to know these are my competitors, this is exactly what they are offering, and this is exactly what I'm coming in to offer. If I'm coming in to offer product, I must be able to check how strong are my competitors, what are they offering, what am I likely to offer that is actually different than what they are offering, and what is this that is going to make some of the customers say that this is an alternative or this is a better option. So, in other words, you must be able to look at the competitive advantage of the businesses that you want to start. You compared to your existing competitors. So, if you are in a beauty industry, walk around, try to see who has a salon or who has a cosmetic shop or who has a spa or a nail spa, so that you can be able to see that when I'm coming in, I'm actually coming in so that I can be able to offer a different service that is able to meet the industry needs. As we said, one of the areas where you can be able to get the information about the business you want to do is actually to talk to your your to be customers, so that you are able to know what are their needs. Is my business coming in to meet their needs, or I'm just coming in to compete with the ones which are existing in the market? Number two, look at the weaknesses of your competitors. Do they have any weaknesses that you can capitalize on? For example, if you are coming into the beauty industry and you are looking at that business or that particular salon that everybody is going to, yeah, what is its weaknesses? Yeah, or what are some of the weaknesses of some of the competitors that you're likely to find on the ground? So once you understand their weaknesses, then now you can come up with a plan on how you are going to beat your competitors so that you can be able to gain market share or a big market share. Number three, always look at the pricing plan, because now you are coming in. You are looking at maybe sometimes when you are coming in as a new business, you are actually likely to overstate even your prices, or you are likely to undercharge your service. So when you're coming in, always check on what your competitors are offering in terms of prices. so that you can be able to set your price based on the industry needs, and also based on what you are going to do, what to give, the products you're going to give, the service you're going to give, and how do you think that particular business or that particular uh, uh, business provides a solution to the people at that particular area. The number four, plan on how you can attract consumers and other customers to your business. Which methods are you going to use? For example, you have started a new business and nobody knows you in that particular market. So what are you going to use? So it is always important that you have that particular conversation with yourself so that you are able to understand that once I start my business, this is exactly what I'm going to use. So in your entry plan, always detail which methods you are going to use so that you can be able to attract the consumers or the business customers to your business. Now, in a summary, in the entry plan, always ensure that you cover number one, the competitive advantage. How is your business competing in the market, or when it is coming in? Who is going to benefit, and what are you going to do that is different from the others? What makes you competitive than others? Number two, capitalize on the weaknesses of your competitors. Look at what they are not doing, what they are offering, and you can be able to see their weaknesses. Then, when you are doing your plan, tell us exactly what weaknesses that your competitors have that you feel very strongly that when you get to the market, you will be able to offer a different or alternative service. Number three, look at your pricing. Ensure that you don't undercut your prices, and also ensure that you don't overcharge. Number three, no, number four, always look at how you are going to attract your customers. Look at how you're going to attract your customers. This is where you do what we call a SWOT analysis. You look at the strengths, you look at the weaknesses, you look at the opportunities, and you also look at the threats that are likely to come in from different quarters. Maybe it's about the external environment where you are operating. Look at the government policies. Do the government policies favor my business, or you are likely to be affected? So look at the possible threats from new entrants. There are people, once you do the business and it gets successful, some people want to copy your model and start their own. So now you are looking at, in that particular point, how am I likely to be affected by the new entrants? So that is exactly what you need to do. Now, what about the growth plan? Growth plan. So for the growth plan, basically, you need to look at the trends which signal the business growth. Look at the signs of your business. Look at the business growth where you are likely to experience growth. So, for example, if you have started a business in the salon or the beauty industry, or you have started a business in the logistic industry or in the food industry, always look at what is the industry trends in my business. So if somebody started a business of a salon sometimes back, and every business they start, it fails, you must know what they are not doing right, so that you can be able to actually be able to rectify any mistake that could be affecting them from delivering the best service that people need. Try to know what are the trends in this industry. Yeah. How often does it change? For example, like now, if you're talking about the fashion industry, the fashion changes very fast. And therefore, if, for example, you're going to stock your products in this industry, you must be cognizant of the fact that for me to grow and get profit, I must be able to stock the current versions. And therefore, that is why in your growth strategy, you must be able to understand about the trends which signal business growth. Yeah. Number two, look at the opportunities coming from the trends or the prevailing opportunities. What are the prevailing opportunities? You must be able to look at, for example, if it is the beauty industry business, what am I coming in to do? Yeah. What opportunities exist in this business? You don't clearly go into a business if you don't see the opportunities. So, as we said, as an entrepreneur, you must be able to identify the opportunities. And once you identify the opportunities, then you design a business that is actually likely to tap into the opportunities, and you can be able to make your profits. Then lastly, on the growth plan to take advantage of the opportunities. How do you plan to take advantage of those opportunities that come in your business? For example, you know exactly, let's say, for example, you know that this area, this is where we have, let's say, more people coming in for wedding and beauty beauty services. Yeah, maybe it's a place which is closer to where people come for shopping or wedding gowns and all that. Now, you want to actually create a package that can be able to accommodate all these people in one stock. And therefore, you decide to say that as they come in to look for this, let me also put my services here so that they can also be giving us the business of making their bridesmaid or their groom team, so that we can actually be able to capitalize on the numbers that come here so that we can be able to convert them to business. So you must plan to take advantage of the available opportunities. Carry out a SWOT analysis, as we have already said, so that you can use the 4 Ps of marketing, so that you understand clearly how you can be able to know about the product you are selling, which price am I going to put it, and which place am I going to put this. Because you can have the right product, but if you don't deliver it at the right place at the right time, you may actually fail to get that. So that is how you are going to write the growth plan in your business plan. So, unless there is any question, allow me to move to the marketing plan. Marketing plan. Now, what is the marketing plan? What is a marketing plan? So, a marketing plan is a plan that you put down as an entrepreneur when you want to start a business. You must be able to understand, how am I going to market my business from the right from the time you started your business. You should be able to understand how you are going to do what, to market your business. Now, in this case here, you need to understand who is my customer. Yeah, before you actually design which marketing strategy you're going to use, you must understand who is your customer. If your customer is the people who have undergone through a technological advancement, people who are now who are born at the computer age, now they are able to even use social media. So these people, if for example you have you know the marketing plan that suits them. Number two, if you are dealing with that kind of clientele who actually never comes online, so you have to look for a way you can be able to reach them out, either through the radio, through the magazines, or through other means like the banners and the posters. So, in other words, what we mean is that the marketing plan you decide to use depends on who is your target customer. So, in this, understand the potential customer or the current customer is important for any business, because there is need to determine who your customers are. That is what we have already said. You design who your customers are. If they are wholesalers, you must be able to know, how do I target the wholesalers? For example, if I'm a producer and I'm selling people to go and resell, so you can actually think about how you can be able to get them, who are the wholesalers of my business, or who are the wholesalers that I need to target. If it is the retailers, try to know who needs to retail your services, or who needs to retail on your products. Check on the individuals. If it's an individual user, try to know, if you want to market to individual users, How do I meet them? Talk about household and the institutions like schools, the hospitals, the churches, and other corporate organizations. How do I reach out to them? You must have a plan in terms of how you are going to move, let's say, from one organization to the other, so that you can be able to get such particular organizations on board. Now, on the other aspect is you need to determine the location of your customers. Understand where these customers are found, how many they are. Yeah, for example, as once I've told you, for example, to give us, let's say, the business plan that you want to do. You need to understand, if I'm talking about the business which is targeting the community people, you must understand which community am I going to target, where are they? Yeah. Number two, how many are they? Because you're not going to start a business which is going to target very few people in the community, because if you do that, then the possibility that your business will fail is very high. So look at the business and look at how many people are likely to be your customers. Then next, in terms of their location, you need to look at their age, their size, their education level, and also their occupation. Very important. All these things need to be checked before you even start your business. So that if your business is targeting a very small area, you need to look at what can I do to expand my business, my business coverage. What do I do so that my business scope is actually expanded beyond the few people that I'm targeting? For instance, if you started a business that is targeting, let's say, the adolescents, youths, and excludes all the other populations, you realize that you will not go very far, because those people, maybe they are very few in the community, and in most cases you will find them in school. So if your business is not located where near schools, then you will have a dry season for a longer time. So that is why it is always important that you understand who is your customer, where are they located, how many are they, what is their income level or ranges, and also determine what is their occupation, so that you can be able to understand how you can be able to provide good services to them. The next one is that what would these customers be looking for? Yeah, are they looking for the products like yours, or are they looking for the services like yours? Because sometimes we start a business and we intend to think that our services or the things that we are introducing into the market, people need them. But sometimes you realize that people don't even need your services. Yeah. So that is why it's always important that when you start your business, always check in the market if people need your services. Are they looking for them? Yeah. For example, during your business survey, try to ask people if they need a service like what you want to introduce to the market. Product consideration and characteristics. Yeah. Which products do you prefer? At how much? Yeah. Ask them at how much, so that you can be able to see what is their main challenge. Yeah. If their main challenge is not price but quality, then you provide quality. How do they want their products to appear? Which color do they need? The shape of the material, the sizes, yeah, and also look at even the volume and the efficiency that you are providing in your business. That is why when you do that, you will be able to understand well who your customer is and which method of marketing you are going to use to be able to reach that particular segment of your business. Next is the business consideration, where you are going to consider which methods of marketing you are going to use. Look at the advertisement and the promotions. Yeah, which methods do I use? Do I use a banner? Do I use online marketing? Do I use the signage? Yeah, so that you can be able to promote your business. Also, look at the variety of goods and services that you are offering, so that you can be able to provide a variety of what the customers need. Look at the credit facilities. Are there any credit facilities that I will either offer to the clients, or are there ways in which I can actually be able to also minimize such particular cases? Then look at the capability of your employees. For example, you come to the market and tell people that I can do A, B, C, D. But when you get to your employees, you realize that your employees cannot be able to deliver the services that you have said you are going to deliver. Because if, for example, you tell your people or your potential customers that this is what you are capable of doing, and when they visit your stores or your business, they find that you are not able to offer the services that you actually had advertised. What they do, they say that this business is not competent. So therefore, you as an entrepreneur, you need to check on the capability of your employees in terms of what they are able to provide, what they are able to offer, and to what extent. Lastly, look at the methods of selling. Which methods are you going to use? Are you going to use direct selling methods, or you're going to sell through the wholesalers, through the retailers, and through the institutions? So those are some of the things that you need to look at. Then the other thing that you need to consider in the marketing section, you need to look at what is the market share or the market size. How do you do this? For example, you're introducing a very new business into the market. Yeah. You should know that at that particular time, your market share is zero. Yeah. Meaning that they have ways of getting the services or the products that you want to introduce. Or if they do not have the way or how they are accessing such particular services, they have an alternative. So now, when you come into the market as a business, you must know which share or which size of the market I'm targeting. For example, if I'm coming in to offer business where I'm targeting to get 1,000 customers every week, yeah, out of the 1,000 customers, I would have to look at, for example, what should be my market share. And for you to get the market share, you must be able to understand how many are doing a similar business like me, and how many people are in the market in terms of offering an alternative service. And also, you need to understand, for example, what do these people that I'm going to market to, what do they need? Are all of them going to come to me? So, in terms of the market size or market share, it must be in relation to what the market is offering and what the competitors are actually scooping from the market. So, if, for example, we are three competitors in the market, and out of the three competitors, we are targeting the 1,000 customers that we are getting per week. How many am I targeting as a business? So I may come in and say, I want to target 60% of the market share so that I leave the 40% for the two other businesses to share. What are you going to do to ensure that you give the people the services that they need, the products that they need, so that you can be able to convert the bigger percentage of the share to your area? Then after the market penetration, you realize that before market penetration, you realize that you were targeting, let's say, for example, a whole population. Yeah. But after the market penetration, for example, you realize that maybe after 1, 2, or 3 months down the line, you realize that your sales are now increasing. Then it will reach a time that you can say, now, after market penetration, this is my percentage share in that particular market. Then number three, look at your competition. You need to consider what they are doing. Yeah, analyze the factors that have contributed to their success or failure. So if they have succeeded, look at what has made them successful. Yeah, if they have failed, you look at what has made them fail, so that you avoid such particular failures. Then also look at how you can determine if there are gaps to be filled. If, for example, let's say your competitor is offering the best service, but now the problem is they are not able to deliver their products to the buyer. So you can come in and say, if my business can be able, for example, once somebody has bought maybe, let's say, a product online, I can be able to deliver the product to them. So in this case, you can be able to provide convenience as well as you can actually be able to solve a problem that is left as a gap by your competitor. Similarly, you also check if you can be able to determine the potential of your competitors and the size in terms of their assets, in terms of their sales volume, and also look at the market share of the major competitors. So once you look at that, you can be able to see that where is the position of your business in that particular market. Also, don't forget to capitalize on the weaknesses of your competitors. So once you identify the competitors, you identify if they have strength and if they have their weaknesses. Always, as a successive business, capitalize on the weaknesses of your competitor. Look at what they are not doing and try to capitalize on what they are not meeting that the customers need. So once you do that, you are actually able to grow your business. Then look at the methods of promotion and advertisement that you're going to use, and look at how they will actually favor the population you are targeting. Then lastly, look at your pricing strategy. Which pricing strategy are you going to use? So the method for calculating the selling price for your products and services, you need to determine that so that you don't have a challenge in making a profit from your products or from your services. Factors which influence your prices, you must be able to look at them, so that you need to know the income of your target customers, what is their income, so that you don't charge them what they cannot be able to afford. Look at the prevailing market prices. What are my competitors offering at what cost, so that you don't come and double their price and expect to get the customers. So always check on what the market is offering or what are the prevailing market prices. Similarly, you need to look at the cost of raw materials so that you don't go at a loss. And lastly, look at the nature of the competition. If the competition is a healthy competition, set your prices where the others are. But if somebody, for example, comes and cuts the price for something that is supposed to be sold at, let's say, 1,500, and they're selling it at 5,000, so you cannot actually go too low so that you can be able to compete with this person. Look at the nature of the competition, and if it's a healthy competition, always come up with a price that is convenient to you and the customer. Actual selling price of your product, check on the credit terms to be offered, and also check on the discounts. If you are offering the discounts, ensure that you are able to document them in your plan. Then the distribution strategy, which is very important. How are you going to distribute your goods or your services? How will you get your products reach the customer? That is very important. That if, for example, you are selling, are you selling through the sales representatives, the wholesalers, or the distributors? Yeah, you need to determine from the word go, that is during your writing of the business plan. You understand, how am I going to distribute my products or my services? Number two, look at the means of transport that you use, whether it is by road or by air or by rail. Yeah, so that the goods can be able to reach the consumer or the person who needs such particular services. And next is you need to look at how much will the chosen means of transport cost per month or for a given period of time. So meaning that if you are looking at let's say, for example, you have decided to transport your products, let's say you are dealing with horticulture, you have decided to take your flowers to the market via air. What does that bring? Which advantage does it bring? How much will it cost you at the end of the day? Is it something that is worth it, the money you are getting? So just consider all those. How much would the chosen means of transport cost? That is what we have already said. Then always check on the specific distribution problems that you are likely to anticipate. If, for example, you have a challenge in terms of if you are dealing with perishable goods, and you are likely to experience challenges of your products going bad before they reach the market, you will actually be able to make or take precautionary measures so that you can be able to provide let's say the refrigerators and other means in which you're going to preserve your product. And lastly, check on how you will solve the problems that you anticipate. It's always important that you can be able to check that. So that is how we are going to organize our entry and growth strategy. So as you have seen, our entry and growth strategy revolves around how you plan to enter the market and how you plan to grow your business through various marketing strategies. So I think up to there, if you have any question, do not hesitate. You can be able to ask through our comment section, or you can be able to ask through our WhatsApp, or you can ask them direct to the tutor so that you can be able to understand and be comfortable. So I want you to go through that so that you can be able to learn how you can be able to enter the market and also grow your business. Thank you, and have